The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
You beat the man! You gotta beat the man! Woo!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729288. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729288. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the World Heavyweight Champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. Don't miss out on any of the action. Download our app on the App Store, Google Play, and the official website of HEW Entertainment. Once you download and install it, you'll get caught up on news, YouTube videos, and more. Download it now.
It's too hard to sleep. I got the sheets on the floor, nothing on me. And I can't take it no more, it's 100 degrees. I got one foot out the door, where are my keys? 'Cause I gotta leave, yeah. There's nothing I know I wouldn't do.
Jonathan Clarke, and I have never been this excited about the return of a wrestler as much as what I have been for the recent return of The Undertaker for SmackDown Live's episode 900. It was awesome seeing The Undertaker come out promising that if Team SmackDown did not win over Team Raw at Survivor Series, he was going to give SmackDown Live a reason to fear The Undertaker. He said that if they didn't win, he was coming after each and every one of them, which included Shane McMahon, and they were face-to-face in the ring. That was so intense when I saw Shane McMahon and The Undertaker face-to-face for the first time since their match at WrestleMania, and that put me in mind of a possible rematch between The Undertaker and Shane McMahon, with this issue being far from over. How about a possible match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles for the World Championship, or The Undertaker versus Dean Ambrose from a rematch from the last match The Undertaker had on SmackDown 3.5 years ago when Dean Ambrose was still a member of The Shield. He took on The Undertaker in the UK. That was awesome seeing that match on SmackDown. Of course, The Shield attacked The Undertaker then, but it got me to thinking about all these matches The Undertaker could be in, and the feuds The Undertaker could be involved with. Probably another feud with the Wyatt family, with Randy Orton now being the newest member of the Wyatt family, the latest victim, call it what you want. The Undertaker returning, I think, though, really changes the direction of SmackDown Live and could create some pretty interesting storylines, which is something SmackDown has wanted and waited on for a really long time, because SmackDown has pretty much never been taken seriously by wrestling fans. This is the first time since at least 2004, 2005, from about 2004 through 2006, that people are starting to take SmackDown far more seriously than what they did years ago, because there were really no storylines. It was pretty much just a follow-up to what happened on Raw every week, because Raw became the flagship show by 2013, with Triple H being the COO, saying that everybody was exclusive to Raw from Raw and SmackDown, and the show pretty much had the brand extension defeated in 2013 and stayed that way for over 3 years. So this is the first time that people are actually starting to take SmackDown seriously, and far more seriously now, with the acquisition of The Undertaker. And hey, at least now we know what brand The Undertaker is going to be faithful to. He's been extremely loyal to SmackDown Live for years, and he said that SmackDown was always his home. So he didn't necessarily need to be drafted by either Raw or SmackDown, because he chose SmackDown years ago and is still choosing SmackDown with this new re-emergence, this rebirth of The Undertaker. It's very, cool seeing The Undertaker back after all this time, especially with that promo where he said that he's taking souls and digging holes for everybody that he's taking the soul of. He says that WrestleMania is not going to define him anymore. I found that to be really interesting, saying that he wants to be remembered for being The Undertaker and being the one who takes the souls and digs the holes, more so than being undefeated for X number of years at WrestleMania with just one loss at the hands of Brock Lesnar in that incredible match, which was filled with so much emotion, saying that WrestleMania no longer wants to be the event The Undertaker is defined for having competed at for years and defeating so many legends and former world champions. So at least now that question has been answered, with us being in doubt of The Undertaker's future, with his streak having ended over 2.5 years ago at WrestleMania 30 in 2014 at the expense of Brock Lesnar, and what was, by the way, a huge match. A big thumbs up to The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar for that incredible match years ago, but even a bigger thumbs up going out to The Undertaker for saying that he doesn't want WrestleMania to define him anymore. So that kind of, has a lot of questions left in the mind of a lot of wrestling fans, because they're wondering now what The Undertaker will be defined for having been. And I think the answer to that question, although it has not been answered, is just The Undertaker, because, The Undertaker's wins have significantly outnumbered the amount of times The Undertaker has lost throughout his career. He's accumulated a lot of wins, a lot of W's in the win column, more so than L's in the loss column. The number of times The Undertaker has lost are very few, and far in between the number of times that he's won, and very few people can claim that they have a victory over The Undertaker. And if you're fortunate enough to have beaten The Undertaker even once in your career, that's an accomplishment in its own right, because very few people have been able to do it. I can count the number of people who have defeated The Undertaker on my hand. Kane, Vader, Triple H has defeated The Undertaker before, Shawn Michaels has defeated The Undertaker before, Bret Hart has defeated The Undertaker before, Mankind has defeated The Undertaker before, Mick Foley. Who else is there that you can kind of name off the top of your head who has defeated The Undertaker? Everybody The Undertaker has stepped foot into the ring with, he's pretty much defeated since 1990. You're talking about a man who won the World Championship less than 1 year of his arrival in WWE, and that should really prove to you just how accountable, just how much of a valuable asset The Undertaker has been for years, and I think that that's something The Undertaker will never be forgotten for, and this is why he's saying that he no longer wants WrestleMania to define him. And I'm really looking forward to finding out where we go from here and what kind of storylines will be derived from the fallout of Survivor Series this year. The only concern that I have is that they spoiled the Survivor Series conclusion and the climax with how The Undertaker said that Team SmackDown had better reassure him that Team Raw is going to rest in peace after The Undertaker very much had nothing pretty much to do with Raw for years. We saw a couple of interpromotional feuds with The Undertaker for years from SmackDown and Raw, but the thing is, The Undertaker pretty much was loyal to SmackDown. He proclaimed his loyalty to SmackDown with his recent return for SmackDown 900. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the follow-up Survivor Series with how The Undertaker potentially gave away the conclusion of the Survivor Series main event, of course, which is Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, and what kind of storylines will be derived. I'm kind of leaning towards the direction of